Look, in public, Charlotte Dawson appears to live a life of fashion and fame, but over the years it's been a real private roller coaster ride for the former model and TV presenter. She's had failed relationships, fabricated affairs, media scandals, lawsuits, more recently a battle with cyberbullies. Now she's spilling the beans about everything and she's not holding back. Charlotte Dawson first hit the spotlight as a model, then a model agent, fashion editor, journalist and television presenter. She's made a career out of polarising her audience, best known as the outspoken and often controversial judge on Australia's Next Top Model.
She looks like a model, but can she be a model?
She's also a celebrity in the cyber world, but recently she felt the dark side of that fame. The 46-year-old was targeted by an online hate campaign that pushed her to the very brink. She was admitted to hospital after attempting to end her life.
No, I've never had death threats to this ferocity. Big old tough Charlotte, even big old opinionated tough Charlotte can sometimes be punched down too.
Now Charlotte is opening up about the highs and lows of her life. In her new memoir, she talks about her adoption and the search for her birth mother, childhood sexual abuse, her battle with depression and alcohol, her public relationship woes, plus sex tapes, lawsuits, online dating and plastic surgery. Covers everything, does it? Charlotte Dawson, good morning to you.
When you condense it like that, it sounds pretty outrageous, doesn't it?
On reading it, it is so brutally honest.
It had to be.
Why? Why did it have to be?
Because I think, you know, you look at minor celebrity autobiographies and I think a lot of people, you know, they're interesting stories because a lot of people say, you know, I wonder what they're really like, and that's why they buy tabloids and all of that sort of thing. But, you know, the thing is, most of those honest stories are about human conditions. It's got nothing to do with my media life. And I think it just needed to be. I didn't want to paint some sort of perfect veneer. You look at tabloid culture, and we talk about that in the book, and you'll see the husband and the wife with the glossy dog and the kids, and it paints these really unrealistic pictures of what people are in public life. And I wanted that book. I wanted to address childhood things that had happened and how I overcame them. I wanted to address marriage problems and how mine was obviously a little bit more over the top because of who my husband was and the position I was in. But I also really wanted to address the issue of depression, because 1 in 4 Australians will suffer from it, and by the year 2020 it'll be the second biggest killer underneath heart disease.
Wow.
And I, as a 46-year-old woman who's had depression for 12 years, I want to speak out about it because I want other people, men and women, to feel that they can finally speak out about it too.
But with depression, isn't it easier just to get out of the limelight? To not put yourself out there as that target?
Well, I don't know. I've been doing this job as a fashion commentator, a critic, a journalist, a reality television person for 20 years. Do I suddenly have to quit work because of my mental illness? No, I think I'm living proof that I can actually overcome it and battle it and help people through it.
This was written a long time ago, sort of in the publishing process. You've got to deliver this book, when was it? April, so it's a fair while ago.
Yeah.
Since then, your life has become in the focus again. Dare I say, you're a lot more fragile now than you had been in the past. How does this coming out affect you? Is it bad?
Really,
bad timing?
Yeah, it has been bad timing, and it's certainly affected a lot of the plans that we had to launch the book, because I just haven't had the strength. You know, I'm in a recovery phase at the moment, so we've had to cancel a few things. But you know, it is what it is. It's bad timing. It was very hurtful when people said, "Mom, what happened to me was a publicity stunt in order to promote the book." I know it was discussed on this show. It absolutely wasn't. It was a tough time. There's obviously nothing about it in that book because that book was written in April and delivered in April. But you know, it doesn't take away from the fact that the thing is, it is a funny book. You know, there's a lot of laughs in there. There's a lot of darkness in there, but it doesn't stay dark for long. And I think that's the whole message throughout the whole book.
But it also, I think, it's a great message to say, no matter what you do, people in the spotlight, everyone thinks they have this fantasy life. Everyone's a human being. Everyone has exactly the same issues as anybody else.
Absolutely. You know, we have issues with relationships with our family, with our partners, some worse than others. But, you know, it's... I've written that as a human being, not as a minor celebrity, you know what I mean? And
I've got to say, as you say, there's a lot of humour in it too. It's just not all dark. It's the roller coaster of your life.
There are stories about farts in there, you know?
Nothing like a fart story. It's fabulous. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Good
Thanks
luck with the book. Charlotte Dawson's autobiography, Air Kiss and Tell, is in stores now.